So,
Yeah,
how does it make you feel now to finally, after all this drama, to finally call yourself a professional engineer?
I'm super happy and super excited for what the future holds for me. I'm gonna like give my heart out to my to serving to mm, work in my professional field. Like I'm super excited, super happy. All thanks to you and the team.
Oh,
Lioli Education for Life.
thank you, my man. So, hi guys, this is Leo here, CEO and founder of Leo Educations, and in today's podcast, I have here with me Mr. Milan, who is one of my students from our job coaching program, and recently he has landed his first professional job. And the reason why I bring him on today to hopefully can inspire you guys so that you guys can also believe in yourself and also can land a good job in Australia. Milan, for those who don't know about you, just a quick introduction about yourself. Who are you? What have you studied and what job you're looking for?
So, first of all, hi everyone. This is Milan. I'm a civil engineer. I'm originally from Nepal.
Mm.
I came to Australia, to Melbourne last year, along with my life partner, and she's the one studying. I was the one trying to find work here. I worked for nearly 1 year, doing various kind of all sort of odd jobs. And in the meantime, I was like frustrated with what am I doing with my life? What is happening in here? I wasn't ready for this. So
Okay.
I thought my life I thought my life would be getting better in Australia, but I was doing all sort of these jobs and that odd jobs that I never had intentions to do.
Wow.
And then I started looking for various alternate opportunities, like how can I get started in here? I don't know nobody in here. How do I reach out to people? What can I do to better present myself mm, out there?
Mm,
Like
mm.
it's a pretty scary world out here.
Before we go further, let's rewind a little bit. So, what year have you come to Australia?
I came to Australia in August of 2023. So it's
Okay.
like it's just been like 1 year and 7 days that I'm here in Australia.
Okay. Yes. And can you tell the audience what sort of jobs did you do when you first came here?
Yeah, I clearly remember all those jobs, all those days. Like when I first came to Australia, I didn't know that where to look out for jobs. What do I do? I had no idea that I could try to look out for my professional jobs. Like all the people in the race, I got into the same track and
Mm,
try to look out for any sort of jobs that is possibly available at the moment. Then I started doing Uber Eats, where I used to deliver foods. Foods.
wow.
I used to go to various restaurants, grab
Mm,
others' food. Along with that, with a hungry stomach myself, I used to grab others' food, take it, and deliver it to them, and getting a very bare minimum ways out of it, like to so little that it would hardly be enough to be able to sustain myself in here.
wow.
And
And
I had,
obviously, so you do Uber Eats. Is there any other job you do at the
yeah,
same
I did
time?
Uber. I did Uber Eats alongside with that. After a couple of months, after 2 months, I found a job. I found a job in a meat factory,
Mm,
where there I used to work as a process worker. And I used to do by never in my life it was a meat factory. Never in my life I had seen that amount of meat in my life. Like I was scared the first couple of days, but but I had to do what I had to do. I had no other options, and I worked in it for
exactly.
quite some time, like maybe 8 9 10 months. And then after that,
Wow.
I quit, saying no, nah, this is not what I meant to do. This is not what I'm doing. Either I get into my field, I'm going back. I can't take this any much longer. And then I
Wow.
started looking out for options, and that's when I found out about you. I decided to let's just give it a shot. I've
And
got
then the
nothing
rest
to
is
lose.
history. Yeah.
Yeah. If there's something, then I'll be gaining. But if not, then I've got nothing to lose. So let's just
Exactly.
give it a shot. Maybe there's
Yep.
something out there that I need to catch up on. Maybe I need to better prepare myself
Yep.
for the world out there so I
Mhm.
could have my dream job. So I just said, okay, let's go with the Leo. And alongside that, I'm very thankful to my friend Himal as well. He's your old student as well. Uh,
Mm.
I came to know about you from him, so it's through a reference as well. So like he was doing, man, you gotta join him. He's gonna push you to your limits. You're gonna get that a job, man. You gotta join him. You gotta listen to Leo. And
Thank
yeah,
you, man. Thank you. So you done all these odd jobs. So you say Uber Eats, and then you did the meat factory,
yeah,
and obviously your background is civil engineer, and so
yeah.
I can't imagine how frustrating and how
Yeah, it was
upsetting
like
you were.
it was really frustrating. It used to be a different kind of role when I used to do my field of jobs back in home. People, it was a respectable position. It's not
Mm.
that people don't respect your position here in Australia, like do you whether you do any sort of role, but still, like I had some kind of respectfulness for myself. So
Exactly.
then I came to here doing all those jobs. I started losing respect with myself. So it
Wow.
was tough. Like I was like getting crazy.
I got you. So did you apply for different jobs?
I definitely did. I definitely did. I just would look out into the sick, LinkedIn, and Indeed, all those platforms. I looked out for job opportunities, but there were very bare minimum job roles that would be advertised as a junior, like starting position, because the way things are done here in Australia and back in my home is bit different.
Mm. Mm.
So I wouldn't consider. I was scared like to apply for senior roles because of, my not the qualification, but my experience here wasn't there, and I was scared that people wouldn't consider me,
Mm.
and I
Mm.
was always scared that I don't have a degree from here in Australia, so they wouldn't consider my degree to be equivalent in here. So I
Yep.
was scared in that aspect as well. And then even in that case, like I used to look for the opportunities, and there would be like hundreds and thousands of applicants in those sites, like in those particular advertisement. I used to
Mm.
see 100 plus people clicked here, 500 plus applied here.
Wow.
It was like, damn man, when is this going to end? Like, how one is supposed to be? I used to think like, I don't think there is any proper opportunities in a good position here in Australia. Like I used to think that
Yep.
only the odd jobs are for immigrants like us. So but we don't have the opportunity to do something better. Like we'll never be having an opportunity. I used to think in that way, but turns out things are different, and
Yes, which we'll talk about
that's
that.
yeah.
Which we will talk about that, Milan. So now, do you remember roughly how many jobs were you applying in that period?
Roughly maybe 100 plus. I wouldn't say like 500, 1000, but I used to particularly select out the applications, and where I didn't fit, I used to look at the job description. If it didn't fit according to me, I
Mm.
used to like do a quick apply. I never like sorted my application according to the demand of the job role.
Yep.
I just had prepared a CV, a basic CV, and then just like a basic cover letter, and just use that in blatantly everywhere, like all the job ads. Like that doesn't matter like what the what the advertisement would require. I just used
Mm.
to give it a shot, like let's just go give it a go. And a couple of times, I used to get a mail back like from those sites saying that the employer has viewed your application, and that's it. And after that, no further communication. That's it. And some of the times so I used to get a mail back saying, unfortunately, this time we couldn't select you, but we'll keep your application in our system. So maybe in the future, any role arises, we'll get back to you.
Wow.
Everybody would just respond back, giving hopes, still
Yeah.
like leaving those holes where you could put in a small hope that maybe something might pop in later, but it never came.
Exactly. So I can't imagine the emotion you go through all this rejection. How do you feel when you keep hearing no and no and no?
It was a emotional roller coaster, like, and I never heard this kind of rejections. Like, I was emotional all that most of the time. Like, when will when will my days come? Like, when am I gonna do something better? Like, uh, it was full of emotional roller coaster. Like, I can't even like explain it properly. So how I felt. I used to
Yeah.
feel that bad.
Yeah. And I think what you're saying, I'm sure the audience or the viewers, they will relate it, Milan, because a lot of
Yeah,
my viewers, they also international students and they also
yeah,
immigrants. So what you're saying, I'm sure many of them are all have already experienced. So then now let's fast forward. So then you decided to join our job coaching program, and I
yeah.
think you have learned a lot from it,
Yeah,
right?
I've learned a lot. I've learned a
There's so
lot.
much. What are the top three takeaways from our program that really have helped you a lot in landing this position?
One of the major thing that helped me out is the walk-in.
Mm.
That there was like it was the walk-in, and then the cold call, and the job proposal. Constantly
Mm.
following up with the employer, sending various job proposals of what you could possibly do for them. It just worked out so well for me. Like, uh, uh,
Wow.
like at the first, like, I was very scared to approach to the employer, like, what do I go? But even though you taught me, like, go and speak out yourself. You prepare your pitch. Go and pitch out about yourself to them.
Mm. Mm.
I swear, a couple of days, like, but when I like started looking for job, couple of days I used to, I'll go today, but I wouldn't. And I'll go next day would come. I'll go today. I'll
Mm.
definitely go to one place. Then that day wouldn't come. And the third day, but then I'll just go today no matter what. And I did went to a place, and I was like awestruck, like I couldn't speak a word. I went for a walk-in, but I couldn't speak my words out to even to the receptionist. Like, and then I felt like, man, this is not happening. I won't. Will I never be able to speak to someone? But am I gonna end up again like this? Then you encouraged me, my friend, they encouraged me, my friend family, they encouraged me. And then the next day came, I went to a different place that day, and I spoke my heart out. They liked
Nice.
it. And then I kept on going to various employers.
Mm. Mm.
And I tried to reach out to all the local companies in the area, everyone. uh, while I do believe cold calling is also one of the major, what we call it, one of the major things that could bring positive results, but I enjoyed going for a walk-in more than a cold call. My cold
Mm.
calls were limited, but I really like going in for a walk-in and then just talking to someone over there. So I build my confidence in walk-ins, and
Yep.
most of the
Yep.
time the employers would like it as well. Sometimes they wouldn't. The gatekeepers would just ask to leave the resume to them, and they would forward it to the team, and then say that no one is there to meet you at the moment.
Mm.
And then I would do that. I would do that because if they say that there's no one to meet you, who are we gonna get you to meet? So in that case, I would leave my resume over to them, and I thought that they wouldn't pass it to the higher management. But a couple of times when I went back to reach out to the company for a follow up, I did found out that they had indeed passed the resume to the higher team
Amazing.
members. And
Amazing.
and the follow up, man, follow up, you can't be just Like when you go in for a first time, they don't take you that seriously. And then when you again go in for the next time, okay, this guy is here again.
That's right.
This
Mm,
guy is here again. We need to do something about him. Either we need to shoo him away, or we need to listen to what he has to say. And
mm,
and that happened with me. I was very hesitant to go in for a follow up, like go on a face to face follow up. Like I enjoy talking with people, but rather I enjoyed going for a follow up, the direct face to face, rather than with the various emails and messages. I did enjoy that. Like I had started to develop a positive attitude towards talking with people, new
amazing.
people. So
Amazing.
when I went for a follow up, that was like very on the point, like that at the center, like. And then when I used to go for follow up, the big guys would be connecting with me. I used to speak to them about what I did and what I could do, what I could possibly learn, and
Mm,
what I could contribute to their teams. And they would that I approached them, even though they weren't hiring at the moment. They still said that they would be considering me, and to wait for some time,
yep.
because of other projects are in the pipeline, and if something comes up, they would be happy to take me in. And they
Wow.
also referred me to various other companies as well, that I didn't know about, and they gave me the information to try to reach out to other companies, this
Yep.
and this. Try to reach out to them.
Mm,
Landed new projects with them.
mm,
They must be hiring some new people, and they
mm.
would be happy to get someone like you in their team. I'm pretty sure they used to say to me like that. And
Wow.
I did reach out to various companies, that other companies referred me to. And in that time frame, I did like get a very positive response from a couple of companies as well.
So it sounds to me, Milan, as you explain yourself more, I can feel that as you do all the things I teach you, your confidence grows exponentially.
Yeah,
Is that right to say that your confidence
yeah,
is grow?
that's yeah, yeah. My confidence is like uh, very much built up my confidence at the moment. Like I used to
Mm,
hesitate to talk to the new people. I used to feel comfortable within my friends and family circle. Like I wouldn't want to be in contact, or I wouldn't want to try to speak with somebody new.
mm.
So like but it has helped me a lot. You're pushing you, Tiani. I'm very thankful, man. I can say it in my words, like how thankful I am to you guys.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, for the viewers watching this, now they might think that, oh, all this walking I can do myself. I don't need to learn. Tell them that, do you think these are the techniques that you actually have to learn how to say, how to talk, or you think can someone just go in and swing it? Or they need
Man,
to learn?
just going in and answering it. What are you gonna say? Like how you gonna better present yourself? Like you need to learn it. That's the reason why because I couldn't like when I see someone new, I couldn't speak a word out of myself. Like what am I gonna say by just going for a walk in? Like you taught me, you go and speak this, you go and speak that. What if the
Mhm.
employer asks you this, you reply them back with this kind of answers. And that
Yep.
those are the things like a life lesson. You got to be, it's not only for the a job interview or job walk-ins or anything like that. This thing is gonna stick me for life, like it's gonna help me out for life.
Fantastic. So do you think that the scripts that I give you, the cold call script, the walk-in script, was that useful?
Yeah,
For
it
you?
was very useful, because whenever I pitched in about myself, the employees would be very happy, saying, yeah, you pitched in yourself very well. We liked it, like all your approaches where you were asked to better present myself in a different way. Or all the employers were very happy that uh, it really
Definitely.
helped me out.
Now, talking about the follow-up, do you actually follow up before this program?
Nah, I didn't know about that. I had never courage to do a follow up. Like they've already rejected me. What's the point of following up? Why would they be even considered? It's a country where time is money. Why would they even be interested to reply back to my answers? I used to think in that way. Like everyone's busy. They must be having thousands of applicants like me, but they wouldn't have time to receive my call and give answers back to me to why I was rejected or why I was selected, So I
Yeah,
never tried to reach out to them, because I just thought that nobody would want to answer me to my questions.
for sure, for sure. Tell them about the pitch as well, Milan, because that was one of the very first thing that I taught you in my program is we actually define and refine your pitch. How useful was your pitch in, in talking to the employers?
It was like really important, like when you pitch about yourself, you better present about everything that you've done and everything that you can do, so employer like can have nearly 90% of the idea. Okay, this guy knows this guy doesn't know that, so they don't have to be constantly asking you about uh, this and that, because most of the things about you are already included in your pitch. So,
Mm.
the employer, they don't need to think too much, because you presented most of the answers that they probably are gonna ask you in your pitch already. So
Exactly.
yeah, they don't have to waste that time to hey Milan, you know this, you know that. What
Mm.
have you done this? What have you done that? No, in the first 2 minutes, you've already presented about yourself everything, nearly everything. So
Fantastic.
very, it's very pitch is very important.
For those who are curious, Milan, can you just tell them, walk them through the process? How did you get this role, and what sort of techniques that I teach you that actually help you to get the role, like step by step?
So, but the very first thing is I listed out all the companies that I could possibly work for, and then since I had already left my old job and I was completely unemployed at the moment, and my full time current job was to look out for a job, professional job. Then I just listed out all the companies in the vicinity that I could possibly work for, in the surrounding suburbs and a little bit far from there as well, because at the moment I didn't plan to look out for opportunities outside of where I'm living, because I'm
Mm,
with my wife and she's studying. So I plan to look out for a job in the vicinity before I could think about going anywhere further.
mm,
Then I listed out the companies. I prepared my CV. I learned my pitch by heart. I got ready for all the questions, and that could possibly be asked to me by the employer.
mm.
I looked up to all of your templates. I prepared myself,
Okay.
and I said, man, I like, now is the time. Now you got to do it. Now you start reaching out to the employers. Then I started reaching out to all the employers. I would
Mm,
go in, pitch about myself, ask them if them to let me meet someone from the hiring team or from the management team. Sometimes they would allow me. Sometimes they would just ask me to leave the resume, and I would constant. But day by day, I would go to more companies. Like I must have gone to like 40 50 companies for a walk-in only. Like I would just
beautiful,
go in. I
beautiful.
just go in, and when the first time they didn't allow me to meet someone, then when I went in for a follow-up, okay, this guy is here again. Either he, but we'll shoo him away, or either we'll give him a chance. We'll see. That way, and there's someone would meet me, and I would tell them about myself, and they would be very cooperative. They definitely, most of the time, they would like that I came in for a quick chat as well, and they like whenever something pops up, they will keep me in mind, and asked me to be in contact with the company, like because you never know when an opportunity arises, is what they
Mm,
said to me.
mm,
Then I would come back, email in my details, email in my email follow-up emails, follow-up messages, job proposals. I would send to them, but stating what I could do and what I could bring in from my previous roles. And they would sometimes the company wouldn't reply me, but sometimes they would reply me, saying they like the idea, and that way. Uh, I had reached out to a couple of directors from couple of companies. I was persistently like saying, please, you need to give me a shot. Like I was constantly following up, and then while the job that I currently landed, I spoke to the general manager. He said that they are not hiring at the moment, but and to be in contact and come back later. And then I asked for, maybe you could give me a casual role for the moment. That way I could learn from the all the team members, and whenever the opportunity arises, I could be ready for the time. He said he liked that idea. Nobody did ever said to him like that. And in fact, that there were days, a couple of days when workload used to be very high, and there weren't enough people. So then he said, okay, man, I'll think about it. Get me back in a couple of days. I rang him back in a couple of days. I got no response, and by the evening time, he replied me back saying, I was busy and couldn't reply back to you. A couple of things are going on. I'll
Mm.
get you back in a couple of days. And then yesterday he rang me back saying, I won't promise you anything as of now. Come in for a quick chat. We'll
Yep.
see where we can take you from there. And I went in for an interview today morning, and that was it. Like, I told him about my all previous roles, and I had also done my thorough study about the company before going in as to what they do and how I can contribute to them. And I told her everything, and he liked it. He's saying, even though we're not hiring at the moment, but I think I can fit you in one of any of the various departments that we have in here. We'll see where to take you from there. And it
Wow.
was just like amazing. And
So,
it's not only this company that gave me a positive response. There is another construction company as well, where I could meet with a general manager of the company. And you never know when a person is in a happy mood and have a jolly mood. And I just went in, I got a chance to meet with him. I got to explain about me, and he was like, okay, this might just be your lucky day. Well, let's go and meet the team. And I just went and met with the team. He was indeed looking for someone, and then
mm,
he got me to meet with the team, and we just sat, had a casual talk about everything. There were other international people working in the company as well,
yeah.
mainly from the South Asian country, like I am from, like the India and what we call Sri Lanka and countries
Mm,
like that.
mm,
And they were happy that I reached out to them, and he said to me that he would talk with his business partners, and he would get back to me in a couple of days, probably like today or tomorrow. uh, so I
wow.
had
So
a response
you might
from
have two offers.
yeah, I might have, I'm not sure, but I have accepted my very first offer.
Uh,
So I guess if I if I by any chance, grace of God, like I got another offer, maybe I'll have to reject that.
Hey man, last two question, Milan. So,
Yeah,
how does it make you feel now to finally, after all this drama, to finally call yourself a professional engineer?
I'm super happy and super excited for what the future holds for me. I'm gonna like give my heart out to my to serving to mm, what we call work in my professional field. Like I'm super excited, super happy. All thanks to you and the team.
Well,
Lioli Education for Life.
thank you, my man. So, for those who are watching this and they are thinking about joining our job coaching program, would you recommend them to join? And if yes, what are the three reasons you think they should join us?
Yes, I would definitely recommend everyone that is like struggling to land your dream job, like of your job in your field of studies. I would definitely recommend you to join Leo. He's gonna like give you the push that you need, like to gain that dream job. Yeah, but you gonna he's gonna be the catalyst, like to start something, like and then just give it a go, give it the shot. and be prepared to like push yourself as well. Like
Mm,
in the end, it's you who have to take the proactive steps.
okay.
Who's gonna show you the way. It's gonna be you who's gonna be doing all the taking the steps, and
Mm.
you are in the right hand. So I can assure everyone that you can just go for taking the coaching with Leo.
Thank you so much. Just one last thing. So the job that you got, was it advertised or not advertised, Milan?
It was not advertised, no.
Tell them
Uh,
about that because I think
it
before
wasn't
this
advertised.
program you only apply for the one on SICK and LinkedIn, but then after
Yeah.
my program you do it completely different. Tell the viewers about that. I think that's a good point.
In case of like online jobs, there are like thousands of applicants. Like everyone's looking at for the possible opportunities, and there are too many applicants in this. But when you like look out for something out of the box, like when you reach out to the possible employers, you are only the candidate, probable candidate is your, because the job is not advertised, and they don't want to spend the extra energy and effort on advertising the jobs that could like they that could like probably take couple of months in the hiring process, and they need
Wow.
the person by tomorrow, but probably by day after tomorrow, because sometimes emergencies arrives, they need a helping hand, and that's what happened with me. Like a couple of days back, he said he didn't have any intentions to hire a new guy, but things changed within a couple of days, and uh, he needed someone to help with them. So it wasn't advertised, and he just thought that, "Oh, okay, this guy is reaching out for me. Maybe I could give him a shot." And
Amazing, man.
that's the way. Like you're only the candidate in that role, so no competition.
Yeah.
So that's
That is
that's
why
very
I've been
big.
saying right from week one, isn't it, Milan? This is
Yeah,
very important information.
yeah,
And I think the when I tell you that 90% of the jobs are not advertised, I
yeah,
think it was shocking as well. But you
yeah.
have
It was
done
really
that.
shocking. Like
Yeah.
mm, all this, but I never thought that. Because since this Australia being a big country where everything is digitized, I expected everything are digital out here. So every jobs that is possible is advertised, but things are completely different. You need to take your steps and take a different approach to reach your target. So
And
that's
when
what
are you going to start the road, Milan?
tomorrow morning from 9 a.m. Tomorrow morning.
Man, I'm it's so happy for you, man. I'm telling
Thank
you,
you very much.
this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, Milan, and I'm so proud to see
Yeah.
that, you are one of the many people that I've continued to influence,
Yeah.
and I hope that you will never forget what we've done for you
No,
and
no, I'll
growing
never
from here.
forget in my life. Like, I'm grateful that I got to know about you. My I could never be like enough thankful to you and your team.
Fine. You're welcome, my man. All
Uh,
good. So, Milan, all the best for the new role. Keep me posted about the
thank
other
you very
offer
much.
as well.
Yeah, sure.
Now
I'll be
you
in
might have
contact. Yeah,
like something to look forward to every day. And yeah, please tell your friends about us, Milan,
Mm,
so
yeah,
we can help more people. You know how
yeah.
this
I
program has
get it.
transformed your life.
Yeah.
It definitely will transform others as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. But everyone's that have joined or are joining. I suggest you, but take take the steps that Leo shows you, and be actively involved, because that's what it takes to get your dream job here in Australia.
Awesome, my man. Thank you so much for the
Thank you
interview.
very much.
Okay. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Thank you,
Bye
Milan.
bye.